The show is starting.
I feel the liftoff. The clock has started. Roger. Roger.
Due to the unpredictable nature of the Ask Dr. Hal show, home edition, some material may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
The finest in underground television.
Ulysses by Tennyson. It little profits that an idle king by this still hearth among these barren crags I meet and dole unequal laws unto a savage race that hoard and sleep and feed and know not me. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I have suffered greatly, have enjoyed greatly, both with those that love me and alone, on shore or when through scudding drifts the rainy Hyades vexed the dim sea. I am become a name for always roaming with a hungry heart. Much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments, myself not least, but honored of them all, and drunk delight of battle with my peers, far on the ringing plains of windy Troy. I am a part of all that I have met, yet all experience is an arch wherethrough gleams that untraveled world, whose margin fades forever and forever when I move. How dull it is to pause, to make an end, to rust unburnished, not to shine in use, as if to breathe were life. Life piled on life were all too little, and of one little to me remains. Yet every hour is saved from that eternal silence, something more, a bringer of new things, and vile it were for some 3 suns to hoard and store myself, and this grey spirit, burning in desire, to follow knowledge like a sinking star beyond the utmost bounds of human thought. This is my son, mine own Telemachus, to whom I leave the scepter and the isle, well loved of me, discerning to fulfill this labor, by slow prudence to make mild a rugged people, and through soft degrees subdue them to the useful and the good. Most blameless is he, centered in the sphere of common duties, decent not to fail in offices of tenderness, and pay meet adoration to my household gods when I am gone. He works his work, I mine. There lies the port, The vessel puffs her sail. There gloom the dark, broad seas. My mariners, souls that have toiled and wrought and fought with me, that ever with a frolic welcome took the thunder and the sunshine, and opposed free hearts, free foreheads. You and I are old. Old age hath yet his honor and his toil. Death closes all. Yet something near the end, some work of noble note may yet be done, not unbecoming men who strove with gods. The lights begin to twinkle from the rocks. The long day wanes, the slow moon climbs, the deep moans round with many voices. Come, my friends, 'tis not too late to seek a newer world. Push off, and sitting well in order, smite the sounding furrow, for my purpose holds to sail beyond the sunset and the bath of all the western stars until I die. It may be we shall touch the happy isles and see the great Achilles, whom we knew. Though much is taken, much abides, and though we are not now that strength which in old days moved heaven and earth, that which we are, one equal temper of heroic hearts, made weak by time and fate, but strong in will to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield.
This is a test. For the next 60 seconds, the station will conduct the test of the emergency broadcast system. This is only a test.
Please stand by. Please stand by. Please stand by.
This is a test of the emergency broadcast system. The broadcasters of your area in voluntary cooperation with the FCC have developed a system to keep you informed
In the event of an emergency,
If this had been an actual emergency, you would have been instructed where to tune in your area for news and official information. This concludes this test of the emergency broadcast system.
Welcome, dear viewers.
Tell me my
Yes.
microphone's on.
Your microphone is on, Pressure. I
Oh,
don't know
our
if you were
microphone.
aware.
Cool.
All around our base is it.
Oh, goodness.
Every
Uh,
once in a while, you know, you have these moments of everything's just flowing along, just as sweet as can be. Oh yeah, we are gonna win, and then the rug gets pulled right out from under
The
you.
flopperoo.
You forgot to do something stupid.
Hmm.
But fear not, as it is XDay. Of course,
That's
the
right.
day.
That's the worst thing that happens. We'll get off easy.
And
That's
like
right, exactly.
like most of you, I'm fropped to the gills. So
Exactly. So,
Not a bad idea. Consult your ready supply.
exactly
Hopefully.
true. So, but anyway, we're here. We had a little glitch at the beginning because all of a sudden I realized that I had stuff I had to fix. Because oh no! And
That's what studio mode is for.
I meant to put it in studio mode, and instead, you know, in panic mode, I hit live mode. So
Well, they probably mostly tuned in after that. You know, few people take it from the beginning, although I often recommend it.
We did have a few people here right at the rope drop. Thank you all for
Oh,
tuning
yeah.
in so very early.
Yes, that is appreciated. But this is done here and now, in the here and now, like the early days of broadcast television.
Goff, I'm going to move you around a little bit if you don't mind.
You gonna here? Let me center myself back up. I'm
gonna square
squished over here.
Yes,
Here.
if there's an earthquake, we want
Actually,
to be
you know
prepared.
what? Let me do it like this. There's a half a Goff.
Oh no! Oh, there I am.
There she is.
Oh.
Okay.
That's much better.
Let's give you more
Much better.
more Goff.
Little more
we
breathing.
need
More
more
breathing
Goff. I'm setting the Goff adjustment.
It's not the cough that carries you off, but
The Goff.
It's the Goff.
Wonderful. Well, fabulous. Thank you for joining us, dear audience.
And I hope you are having a happy XDay, if that's not a tautology. Yes, a good XDay for one and all.
We've
Indeed,
done this.
And also a momentous occasion for the show, our 50th show.
And we still can't get it right.
Sometimes.
Well, yeah, every once in a while we know we do good, but we
Well, we got that numeral right. It is show number 50.
Oh yes.
True.
Oh yes. No matter how you slice it, there's 50 episodes that we've done. No, I'm commenting that we have the occasional
50.
glitch.
Nifty 50. Very good indeed.
Yeah, and we've
On
got
this,
50 more. We've got 50 more in our pocket.
Yeah.
So
On our
And
midway.
this is sort of a syncretic 5 thing happening. July 5th, 50th show, 2025.
Yeah.
It seems momentous in some way.
now I'm going to play a video. I set this up just before the show. A couple of parties. One we attended today, which was quite a lot of fun over in Prague.
Okay.
Through the miracle of the internet. Dr. Hal, you were there.
In fact, that turned out to be XDay itself.
It was. But we'll talk more about that later.
Staying, oh well.
We have our elements that we'll be discussing about that, but we'll keep everyone in the dark. I'm not going to say any surprises or anything like that. But,
Oh yes, but there will be surprises.
See any pink elements or pink
Oh
elephants.
goodness, no.
and it won't be my microphone's not on. That's not the kind of surprise we're talking about. That's that's a surprise for me and for
Very
these
good.
harlequins that share the stage with me.
Well, shall we announce to our audience how we're going to operate this evening?
Yeah, see
That's a
if
good
you
plan.
understand it. So
I think I understand. Dear audience, this momentous XDay, this disappointing occasion as always, however, is about to be turned into something wonderful because today on the Ask Dr. House Show Home Edition, we are sponsoring every question. That is right. Any and all questions can now be addressed directly in the Twitch chat. No love offering required, but gratefully accepted nonetheless. So we will occasionally be giving you that link for the love offering, but please do not feel the need to attach a question to it. You may ask directly in the Twitch chat.
What
For
if
this one occasion.
But if you do attach money to it, it might move you up in the queue.
It might bump you up a little bit. So think about it. We do appreciate a generous donation here on the Ask Dr. Hal Show.
And you know what? Since Gofflin and I are kind of pulling them out of the audience, it might look better if there was money attached to it, to attract our attention. And we are monitoring that queue. So,
we are indeed. That's correct. So, and in fact, we do have one in queue presently.
But for the record, this is
generally speaking, it's free.
Free for all.
But we'll take money.
Yeah.
But please give us money.
Give us money. It's XDay. Shower us.
Send us your shekels and simoleons. Believe
Make
yourself.
it rain.
Worldly tokens.
That's right. The exorcists are coming surely any moment now. Do not be weighed down by the terrible, terrible weight of the cash in your pocket. Give it to us. We will put it to good use.
They're immediate. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Hal.
I was going to say, I remember back in the Civil War, just before a battle, you would see packs of cards all over the ground because nobody wanted to die with a pack of cards in his pocket. And then later, the sutler, the vampire shark who sold stuff to all the men, would come around and pick up all the cards and sell them back to the men. So I thought at the time I was telling this anecdote that it had some relevance to what immediately preceded it, but now that too is in the lap of the gods.
Indeed. Well, I think we've got a question or two in the queue. Do we, Professor Gofflin?
We do indeed. Would you like to ask the first question? It looks like we've got one in the Ko-Fi queue.
You know
Well,
what?
let's see if it's a Lulu.
Why don't you go first? I'm dying to see if your screen works.
All right, you got it. Let's do this live.
Is
Here we
some
go.
sort of experiment? All right.
All right, here we are. Okay, let me bring up the Ko-Fi queue momentarily. We do actually. Oh, we have a few. I see one here.
A little bit of cinnamon on the top.
Yeah, we've got here a generous XDay donation from our dear friend Agrajag.
Oh, great.
It is a $20 question.
Very well.
And he asks, how certain can we be that the world didn't end already and we've been waiting all this time for something that we just failed to notice?
Well, thank you, Agrajag. This is one of the serious pillars of argument in the entire series of theological doctrines surrounding XDay, its actual time and its advent. If there is a simulation or something created by technology far higher than ours, we could be being shielded from the trauma of having everything actually destroyed while we or some part of ourselves travel at sidereal speeds, but still the universe is quite large, to the location of planet X, wherever that may be. If you remember the movie This Island Earth, the alien Exeter could not live after the destruction of his planet. My wound can never be healed, he said when they offered to fix up a lobster pinch he had received from a bulbous-headed alien. And so we never can know, because we cannot really know in the sense you mean, which is the sense of certainty, the extent of our reality and the extent that we have modified it by the various signals from our conscious and subconscious mind, as well as all our senses and nerves. You have to pick, in a sense, what feels right, but not dote on that as an object of faith. I have a lifetime of experiences of waiting for XDay and then having it somehow seem not to arrive. Could that in itself be XDay? Could it be some strange method of enforcing a lesson upon the mental body of subgeniuses? That too, perhaps, is a possibility. Oh, thank you for your donation. Here is a poem by Carl Shapiro, American poet. After the war, he bought himself a new car. It's called Buick. As a sloop with a sweep of immaculate wing on her delicate spine, and a keel as steel as a root that holds in the sea as she leans, leaning and laughing, my warm-hearted beauty, you ride, you tack on the curves with parabola speed and a kiss of goodbye. As a thoroughbred sloop, my new high-spirited spirit, my kiss. As my foot suggests that you leap in the air with your hips of a girl, my finger that praises your wheel and announces your voices of song. Flouncing your skirts, you blueness of joy, you flirt of politeness, you leap, you intelligence, essence of wheelness with silvery nose, and your platinum clocks of excitement stir like the hairs of a fern. But how alien you are from the booming belts of your birth and the smoke when you turned on the stinging lathes of Detroit and Lansing at night, and shrieked at the torch in your secret parts and the amorous tests. But now, with your eyes that enter the futures of roads you forget, you are all instinct with your phosphorus glow and your streaking hair. And now we are stopped. It is not as the bird from the shell that I leave, nor the leathery pilot who steps from his bird with a sneer of delight. And not as the ignorant beast do you squat and watch me depart, but with exquisite breathing you smile with satisfaction of love, and I touch you again as you tick in the silence and settle in sleep.
Very good, Doctor. How beautiful. We
Thank you
have. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I just said thank you for the question.
Ah,
and
okay.
I appreciate the question.
Let me fix you real quick. I just noticed that there's a small problem with
Look, I
your
can lean
image.
into your the thing there. How do I manage to do that?
You've entered my space.
I'm in your space. Hey.
It's a
What do I
time.
do?
There we
Yeah.
go.
Oh,
You're
no.
fixed.
Oh, okay.
I told you there'd be weird.
Everything in its right place.
Oh, it's
Can't let certain matters get out of control.
I didn't smudge. I should have. We're crawling with gremlins. I thought I could, but they're everywhere. They're just everywhere. So we'll exterminate tomorrow. But today we have a show. So
Far from me, says the French.
I have a really simple question from John Hatton. Where
Yes.
is my saucer?
I don't actually control the arrivals and departures of the vehicles. I am awaiting their arrival, and I am on the passenger list like everybody else. But your saucer can be whatever size you want, including of an enormous size. The larger it is, paradoxically, the swifter it may arrive, since its bulk itself will constitute part of the distance. Some saucers are said to contain entire seas and lakes and mountain crags, shores, palaces. But on the other hand, others might prefer the small coupe or runabout model. As far as your choice is concerned in this matter, I have no inkling. But one way or the other, if you are a subgenius, you are required to believe that it is on the way, perhaps delayed from the shop, but guaranteed delivery in the immediate future. But remember, ye never know when the exists cometh, to paraphrase that weird Oriental religion, Christianity.
We are still trying to get our stride here. I didn't tell Professor Gofflin that we were going to open on all three of us, so thank goodness. We didn't catch, any.
You got me that time, and my microphone was muted, and now it's my turn.
Oh,
Would you be caught
gracious.
in doing something horribly embarrassing or
My
Well,
knuckle
one,
up to
yeah,
here
right,
and
yeah.
Well, you can pick your friends and you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friends' noses. They used to say.
That would be me. You'll zoom in on me, and all of a sudden, any semblance of class goes out the door. First time you hear me fart, it's over.
Well, that's it, folks.
That's it. Anyway, we have some almost live broadcast from earlier this morning.
Very nearly live. This
very
is
nearly live
fresh footage.
broadcast.
It's only a few hours old, folks.
And
right.
I will say a lot of the things that we're doing on tonight's show are weirdly experimental. We've got a couple of
And
things
why
that
not?
we're trying.
If we can't do it on our 50th show, when will we do it?
Right. So, kind of like opening the floor to questions. That's one thing. We've got a couple of things going on. So we're doing this thing with now this is Reverend Trixie, Professor Trixie talking.
Oh, good.
And let me find her here. Here it is. Now I think she'll play first, but if it doesn't, I'll play the right one first.
Okay, it's recording, I think. Yeah. I got 7 o'clock on my watch here.
All right. Is it time? Let's see. I see some chemtrails. Yeah.
Something's happened.
See any aliens?
Now, of course, this is a scene that was repeated around the world today.
Ain't got
And
shit
we're-
going on. You got me up for this again? Drat. Fell for it again award. 1996.
I'd like to point that
Fuck
out
you,
right there.
Bob.
Piece of shit.
Well, so I'd like to point something out. I think our dear Professor Trixie may have engaged in a little prognostication there. She said clearly that this is 1996.
Oh, interesting.
Out of
That
the
would indicate
blue.
that 2 years from now, the Exes make their approach.
If Professor Trixie's prediction, soon to be known as Professor Trixie's prediction,
Or Trixie's Law.
Trixie's assumption, it could, XDay could happen in 2 years. That this is 1996. We're just now catching up. So
Better
folks,
get your affairs in order.
have faith.
Put a pin in that. Put that in your calendar. 2 years.
Mhm.
Surely 2 years from now. You've heard it from the mouth of a very wise subgenius.
They'll fly by, too.
Gifted. No,
Gifted with-
nothing short of gifted.
But when you prophesy, you have the syndrome that nobody believes you until your prophecy comes true.
I swear to
Okay.
God, I saw a burning flame on her head.
Hmm.
It might have actually been fire. Sure.
A flame that consumed not.
Correct. Or, errant fireworks. But we have our first set of clips of this show. This is going to be a very clip-heavy show.
Yes, indeed.
Well, let's then set off at a rapid clip, showing these clips so we don't clip these folks of their time and attention.
Now,
Actually, we love the clips. We love them. We think they're delightful, and we hope you will too.
we do, and a lot of these are encores that the cast has picked out, that things that we have really enjoyed over the years. And I do want to. I do want to mention too, if we do not get to your question tonight, like I say, this is not a traditional show, so we're going to do our best to ask as many questions as we can. But boy, do we have a lot of stuff going on this show. So it's a special Dr. Hal for XDay. So it's a little
Special
different,
ed, Dr.
a little different than you're used to. So
Mhm.
in any event, this is our first set of clips, and we hope you enjoy them.
It's clean living that does it.
That's right. Absolutely. You gotta stay away from those cigarettes and those well, especially those jazz cigarettes, kids.
Create a mighty man of valor.
Indeed, indeed. And Reverend Bender certainly is. And we do wish him well. He has been ailing. We would like to send a word of encouragement and love out his way. So
Yeah.
yeah, as always, lovely to have him on the show. Well, Dr. Hal, we have more questions. Are you ready for another one?
We'll see when I attempt to answer.
Very good. I have one here, a $6 question in the Ko-Fi queue from Reverend Dr. Les. And he would like to know, why do bread and cheese make such excellent bedfellows?
Well, you got your starches, and they, of course, are metabolized as sugars, and then you've got your lipids, and they are fats, and fat and sugar seem to make the world go round and be universally desired in human food. Furthermore, there is some support of nutrition in these things, but others opine that the creation of bread was bad for the development of the human species. They compare the tall, active figures of Cro-Magnon man with hunched over, palsied, thin Egyptians who were reliant entirely on bread as part of the public dole. But if you think of it as like cake and eat it under those thoughts, then perhaps it will do less harm than otherwise it might do. And not everything has to be health food. There's health simply in eating food which is agreeable and achieving a pleasant mood. So bread and cheese must eternally go forward as co-inherent species with their friends and supporters, the human race. This bread I break was once the oat, this wine upon a foreign tree plunged in its fruit. Wine in the day and man at night laid the crops low, broke the bread's joy. Once in this wine the summer blood knocked in the flesh that decked the vine. Once in this bread the oat was merry in the wind. Man broke the sun, pulled the wind down. This flesh you break, this blood you drink, make desolation in the vein. Are oat and grape born of the sensual blood and sap? My wine you drink, my bread you snap. Dylan Thomas.
Beautiful, Hal. Ooh, you are out of kilter. Let's fix your
So
kilter. Wait,
why don't you tilt me over there?
you have a
and
weird
I'll
kilter. Let
I'll
me see what's
spare
going
you
on
the
there.
sight of Miss Moran. Oh, it's still slantendicular
It
enough to
is.
one.
It is. I'm going to hopefully fix that.
What if
There
I
we
just
go.
lean over the other way, lean this
There,
way?
that'll work for the moment, I think. Actually, let me give you a little bit more,
Have a
and I'm going to
convenient
slide you.
hug.
There you go, Hal.
All
Oh,
right.
is that better?
Well,
I think you
all the
look centered,
stand or sit in this case.
perhaps centered.
I'm sure there must be another question lurking around somewhere.
There is. I have Reverend Xenofact has a $15 question in the Ko-fi queue.
Huh.
And I will read it for you thusly. When XDay really does happen, what happens to the cryptids? Are they natural subgenii? Will Nessie get its own saucer?
My suspicion has been all along that they are agents placed on Earth to monitor human activity and to judge in situ how we handle this planet and its resources. And they are, as you see, hidden and yet revealed. And so this assignation fits them perfectly. I went out to the hazel wood because a fire was in my head, and cut and peeled a hazel wand, and hooked a berry to a thread. And when white moths were on the wing, and moth-like stars were flickering out, I dipped the berry in the stream, and caught a little golden trout. When I had laid it on the floor, I went to blow the fire aflame, but something rustled on the floor, and someone called me by my name. It had become a glimmering girl with apple blossom in her hair, who called me by my name and ran and vanished through the brightening air. Though I am old with wanderings through hollow lands and hilly lands, I will find out where she has gone, and kiss her lips and take her hands, and walk through long and dappled grass, and pluck till time and times are done. The silver apples of the moon, the golden apples of the sun. Yeats.
Beautiful. Thank you, Dr. Hal. I have here a free question from the Twitch chat. Actually, this is a very interesting one. This is from Reverend Shining Path of Least Resistance in Shanghai. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you.
He
Yeah.
used to run a subgenius outfit in Osaka, Japan, and now he's he's still doing the work of Bob where he is.
Indeed, indeed. And let's see. Shining Path asks, have you heard of the entry of interstellar object 31 Atlas entering our solar system? And what do you and the COS boffins at Foggy Bottom make of it?
Well, some have said that it accelerates and decelerates in a way inconsistent with the Newtonian motions an object coming from the outer solar system to orbit the sun should provide. This is the story, but I haven't heard or read of any actual measurement. So who knows? The people who discover things like to dramatize them somewhat. If it is an extraterrestrial object, we may soon know about it. And in fact, it may be only slightly delayed for an assignation with the Church of the Subgenius.
Excellent. I think, shall we do another question from the Twitch chat? Would that be,
If you have one, why not?
Sure.
we also have a lot of things to show the audience this
We
evening.
All right, let's show a thing and then come back and answer another question.
What do you want to do?
Show a thing.
Show a thing?
Show a thing?
Show a thing.
All right.
Okay. Audience, we're going to show a thing. So I'm not going to use my regular spiel, except you could use this opportunity to toss a little love Dr. Hal's way, even if you don't have a question. Just, it's XDay. Be extra generous.
Get it. Yeah, right.
So I'm inspired. It must be by
Your
God.
act of generosity will always exist.
Oh.
The gospel of prosperity, subgenius style.
Hell, we don't go in for that.
Well, hold on a minute. Hold on. Yeah, let's think about this.
Let's not be hasty.
This might work. Let's promise them something over here if they do something over there,
but give them our page.
But we'll all be dead long before any of that could possibly come to fruition.
Yes, or perhaps because it does come to fruition.
Yeah, there you have that too. They've discovered us. Heaven help us.
Oh, Lordy.
One more question, you think?
Yeah, let's do just one more question.
All right.
Let's make it a short one. There's so many good ones to pick from here.
Pluck one out from the boiling cauldron.
All right.
Onan just tossed that one in.
I was just about to say that very one. Would you like to read it, Pressure?
No, please have at it. As a matter of fact, let me give you the spotlight here.
All right. It is my pleasure to read this question from our very own Reverend Onan Canabite. And he asks, is there an etymological connection between monster, demonstrate, and remonstrance?
A most interesting question, Reverend Onan. Now, this is something which could be easily looked up, but I will be happy to dilate upon it since that is what you wish. The word monster has as its basis the Latin word monstrum, which means show. A monster was displayed at a show, and demonstrate is to show a method that is successful. To remonstrate is to argue against a proposition by showing an alternative opinion. Monsters and display have always gone together, and they are cognate in these words through Indo-European into the Latin language, which underlies all that part of the English language, which is not original Anglo-Saxon. These words were brought into the language and mixed therein by the Norman conquest at 1066, and soon we had the incredible variety and facility of English, which has the expressiveness of the Mediterranean languages and the directness of the northern languages.
Well,
Excellent.
now we're going to go to that other bit that Joel wanted to do before we answered that question. But hey, you know, we don't know what we're doing.
Does it have anything to do with a monster?
You know, this one doesn't. It has to do with our very good friend, the Dust Bowl Fairies.
Well, let's play that one then.
Which I found out today are going to be playing at Starwood.
Oh, how lovely.
Isn't that just, yes, they are. If I have ever seen a band that is Starwood epitomized, it is the Dust Bowl Fairies.
Darn it. Didn't make it to Starwood this year.
Yeah.
Oh well, we can play them for you now.
Here they are. And a little bit more. Whoops. Greetings,
mysterious.
I swore I had like something that was longer and then darn. Well, anyway.
That's all right.
Ah. Little
We'll
bugs, little bugs.
The time.
Live theater, folks.
Live theater. Theater.
Oh,
Theater. Oh, the theater. Well, so we have a couple of more things to show everybody. We have got questions in the queue. Yes, we've got things that are coming in.
Yes.
Let's answer a question or two, unless you want to stretch it all out. Either way is fine with me.
And let's see. Oh, you know, I have one here. The entomology of MWOWM from Blackburn 3001. Wom. Wow. That's it. Wow.
You know, how is that pronounced? I've only ever read it. I actually do not.
Well, you could say MWOM, but perhaps when we are visited later, we could go directly to the source and get the explanation for that.
I kind of like wow. Once you know,
actually, we've got some input from the Twitch chat here. Reverend Onan says it's pronounced "wom."
Oh yes, well there you have it. Wow. We do learn things here, don't we? I've always pronounced it as the letters, but does it stand for something? Because it's all in caps. I don't recall.
Interesting.
There's a pressure question. Well, we do have a question. Professor Gofflin, how about if I go ahead and take this one?
Absolutely, yes, please do.
You take it.
Greetings. I have a question here. Is the entomology of Waum from Blackburn 3001. In Revelation X, they say we have to serve a preliminary eternity in normal hell before we go to some genius heaven. What's that mean?
Well, it doesn't sound very comfortable because normal hell is really awful, as you've probably been told since childhood, and furthermore, it's full of normals who who are not suited to it and refuse to make the best of a bad thing. On the other hand, it is possible that sub-geniuses, because of the rarely mentioned cozy compact with Satan, may enjoy special privileges and find themselves more in the roles of administrators than of postulants. It's necessary to heighten the lack of enjoyment some people have by demonstrating that there are people who are enjoying themselves. And this, it was once speculated, might be the role of sub-geniuses in the Christian hell. But this story, though interesting, raises all sorts of unsolved questions. One of them is, what part of the sequence is it? We go to planet X, we go on the saucers. Do we stop and bathe in the fires of hell for eternity? Or when on planet X do we suffer the pangs of mortality and then, shuffling off this mortal coil, find ourselves in the infernal regions? The infernal regions of planet X. We're talking about alien devils here, folks. A baroque and unforeseen calamity. I like to think that the foresight that has provided the entire structure of this sequence of theological events has also made the hell part less diuturnal and more like a part to glide through. Since we speak of eternity, there must be a larger eternity, which, being an eternity, will eventually reduce any fixed time period to a barely remembered footnote.
Oh my goodness. Something is happening, dear viewers.
Yeah,
This just in, we appear to have some sort of broadcast signal intrusion occurring.
Some sort of seismic instability here. Oh, well.
Oh my.
But that's great, because now we can ask none other than Reverend Ivan Stang, this business about Moam that we were talking about.
We have been stanged, dear viewers. All right, everybody, to your emergency stations.
Few seconds from now as well.
There we go.
We have been stanged, dear viewers. All right, everybody.
Can you hear us, Reverend Stang?
I can hear you.
Ah,
Can you hear me?
we can hear you. We can hear you, Clem Fandango.
Oh, you can hear me.
Hold on, I'm gonna get Hal in here first.
Perhaps you're as close as you're going to get. We're all snuggling and cuddling in here. We were talking about Muam. First of all, is that the right pronunciation?
Well, you know,
Yes.
you can hear me, okay?
I can hear you as clear as a bell.
Okay,
I believe
good.
our audience can hear you as well.
Okay.
The whole world can hear, and Nenslow,
Because
everything.
I'm not in my own headphones, so I'm.
Oh.
Yeah.
You got some other party's headphones, eh?
Anyway,
Muam.
Indeed, we were discussing the etymology of mwom, M-W-O-W-M.
yes, I got some buffering there.
Oh my
and
goodness.
I'm hearing things from the past. Anyway, well, as far as the name.
Reverend Stang, this may be because you still have your Twitch open. You may need to close or mute your Twitch.
That sounds
sort of a turn your radio down moment.
A medical procedure. Mute your Twitch before it's too late. Before you have a knee-jerk reaction.
I think you are hearing both Zoom and Twitch.
But it was Dobbs who mentioned Muam first, right?
Well, Muam is the name that Bob heard or felt Jehovah One say when he was having his immaculation. I will mention that by coincidence, the underground comic books of Rick Griffin had, I think it was Rick Griffin, he often utilized this word balloons with nonsense palindromes that would say things like XOXOX, and I noticed there was a funny similarity between the name Wom as imparted to Bob Dobbs and those strange surreal statements that Rick Griffin's comic characters made. Dr. Hal would know which, if I'm right about it.
I was greatly influenced.
I am out of sync with your world.
That's
greatly out of sync.
How long would you say the delay was?
Past about 14 seconds.
14 seconds.
I will now just observe.
Well, that was a good answer about MWAM, which some have said stands for Multi-World Ordinal Wisdom Manifold and represents some sort of vast overarching computer used by beings far higher in the scale of creation than ourselves. But perhaps this too will become, in the fullness of time, clearer and easier to understand.
Reverend Stang, can you hear me?
You might not need headphones to.
This is, you know what? We're going to work the bugs out of this.
Yeah, why don't we show some feature, and while that's happening, maybe you could experiment and get him to hook on in a better way, more helpful.
Well, you know what, Professor Gofflin, you can actually talk to him on Zoom.
Yes.
And see if you can maybe get the sound improved on his side.
Let's see if we can do that.
And let me go ahead and run our next bit. And oh, this is a fun one. So this is a good one. So we're going to go ahead and run the bit, and then we're going to come back and see if we can't have this sound issue resolved.
Very well.
Bit coming your way.
Welcome back.
Too many pills, that's what the doctor said.
Heidi.
So do we have questions? Audience, do you have questions? Maybe for Stang and Dr. Hal.
Sure.
Yes.
I would be intensely gratified if you would help me answer questions, but let's have some.
You know, I have, I think, the perfect question for the both of you to answer if you're up for it.
Ladle them out of the cauldron.
Certainly. Well, here's
that ladle I saw you with last night.
Yeah. Well, here's a question from our viewer, Klaus Mondo. And they would like to know, how difficult would it be to put together a devival and actually draw people to it, the today's Workday Go-Go world compared to the heyday?
Well, I think it would be about the same. Really, really hard. And if you're not part of that network of doing shows in clubs and all that, if you're just doing it for the first time, you'll probably lose your ass and have a nervous breakdown. Honest to God, I'm telling you that from years of experience and a broken back and terrible nightmares. But it can be done. That's for sure. You can certainly do it, and the payback is in the impromptu, unexpected craziness on stage and off stage. as long as somebody gets it on video, as long as otherwise it didn't happen. JPEGs or it didn't happen, dude.
But then who's going to watch this video? There's so many videos to watch.
That doesn't matter.
Ah,
Who knows? Who knows? Maybe someday everyone will.
that's true.
Like
Maybe
like
it'll
in
be
Bill and Ted's.
mandatory
Yeah,
to do it.
we would be the Bill and Ted that take over the future, not
It
Bill
takes
and
a
Ted.
long time, a lot of effort to put on a show, and then the question of whether the audience will come to the show in the age of Zoom meetings such as this one, if they will motivate themselves to get out of their usual orbit and go to something new. That is what's going to make the difference financially as to whether you lose your shirt or whether you lose your shirt and pants.
Our friend Dr. Onan Canabite recently did a modest devival, so to speak, and film show in Knoxville. We showed Sandy Boone's wonderful documentary,
Yes.
and he managed to get. He said the theater that held 80 or 90 people was half full, so he got about 44 people.
How many weren't comped in? But
about like the last few X days, and
uncivil question to ask.
some were old friends, and a whole lot of them were new folks, and there were a lot of sub-geniuses in Knoxville that he didn't know about, and the theater was happy, the show went well, but he is a very rational person. He's not like most sub-geniuses, and
That's right.
he is very logical about the way he organized the whole thing, so he wouldn't lose his shirt because it was rather modest, but also a really good show. Sandy's movie is great. Onan did a sermon at the beginning,
Excellent.
uh, and everybody had a big party afterwards and went out for shawarma or whatnot.
Sounds
So,
good.
like
Well,
after the Avengers.
I'm probably going to do a version of my show in Arizona this year, and I believe K-Rob and I are discussing doing a month-long run of the All Nightclub show. So we're going to see if we can come back from the world of screens and Zooms and do something live, just to attempt it at any rate. People do go to shows, but they tend not to be shows like ours. They tend to be shows they feel a secure return on their.
I just lost all my sound.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
I can hear you.
Oh no, it's
Oh,
okay.
can you hear me, Reverend Stang?
Yes,
They go to
everything's
shows
fine.
with audience.
Very good.
I just can't hear myself.
Oh, I see.
It's crippling. It's really crippling.
the
I'm
sound
not used to
issues.
that.
It's cryptic.
That's always my favorite part of every show is hearing myself, sound
Well,
of
you
my own
won't hear
voice.
yourself.
Of course.
This is all being recorded in the Akashic Records.
Well, that's fine for
Recording is
Akashic
on.
Records, and
The recording is happening.
that's groovy, man.
Yes,
Amazingly enough.
the
I'm up
robot
for-
confirmed it.
It's X Day. I'm up for any program.
That's the spirit. Well, what about another featurette?
Oh yes, or actually,
That's a good program.
we have questions. Would anybody like another question?
All right, let's have
I have
questions.
one right here for you. What if X Day already happened and this is the fake church of the subgenius mentioned in Revelation X? We wouldn't even know because we were alive, born after 1998. Signed Blackburn. Speak for yourself, Blackburn.
Well, the fake Church of the Subgenius, is that a tautology? I mean, Reverend Stang seems to have an answer.
No, I don't.
Oh, I thought you were raising your hand to interject a vital.
No, not at all. I was just turned on the light and I was amazed at what a change it made.
Yes, it tends to illuminate. So the fake Church of the Subgenius would be an agent of the conspiracy. Anything else is the Church of the Subgenius. And by their fruits shall you know them. Vanilla, chocolate, or rocky road, or whatever variety there is.
Everything you have ever heard or read about the Church of the Subgenius is absolutely true. All of it.
Yes, that's
It's a
doctrine of
big, long, very complicated story that I don't begin to pretend to understand. I don't want to understand. It's just too big. It's beyond me.
Yes, and terrifying confirmations of stuff being true that we thought we were just making up have recently come down the pike. So the Church of the Subgenius is expanding, perhaps at the speed of light, like radio waves.
For better or for worse, my friend. For better or for worse. Which will it be?
All the universe
That's up to you.
or nothing. And let's just forget that part about the eternity in hell. Where did that come from? That was no part of no subgenius doctrine that I ever heard of. Somebody shoehorned that in. We wouldn't steer you wrong. So is it time for another question or another featurette?
Well, I believe it actually would be a perfect time for a featurette if we're.
I feel it would behoove us to move this thing along because
Yes, let's move it along. Good God.
Move this along on its hooves.
moving.
Let's see. We have another monster movie moment. I heard you ask for monsters earlier,
Let's
Dr.
put another
Hal, so-
monster on the grill and see what happens. Here we go.
And
Here
it's a
it
good
comes.
What the hell?
And we're back.
We have questions, I think. Do we have questions? We have questions.
Yes, I believe we do.
If there are questions,
Pontius
we don't have
Pressure.
to give them answers.
Let me look over in the Ko-fi queue. I do want to mention we got a couple of nice little donations over here.
Oh yes, very very
Let me
kind folks.
Spin the wheel. We got a $21 donation from Simply a Ko-fi supporter.
How nice.
Reverend Drunculus sent us $11 to thank you in appreciation for the sublime Buick poetry.
Oh, Lord, how the money rolls in.
And let's see. I thought there was one more, but I could be wrong.
Well, I hope we can earn the respect that accompanies such largesse by
Yes.
directly answering the questions.
Yes, and a reminder to our audience, as this is X Day, questions are free. That's right, free. Ask them in the Twitch chat. We will see them. We will act as your intercessor. And let's see. Oh, actually, we've got our Ko-Fi supporter actually has entreated us to cast out the false prophets, but not the false prophets. That's right.
Yeah.
Love offerings are still gratefully accepted on this X Day. The link will be in the chat momentarily. But in the meantime, please feel free to ask your questions freely as thou wilt.
Mm-hmm. The subgenius way has always been to say they may be pink, but their money is green. Of course, nobody who's watching this show could be pink.
No, none here. None. Present company excluded, of
Right,
course.
yeah, of course.
They could be green and their money would still be green. We don't care.
We don't care if they're green or blue or pink or, well, we do care about that, actually.
I'm not sure if this is politically correct, but I once had an administrator in a high school who flipped out at our classroom, and he came stumbling in with this rant about, I don't care whether you're black, white, Puerto Rican, or tangerine, and that has stuck with me my entire life.
The nationality of tangerine.
It was, I don't care if you're, oh my, and I mean, this guy, he had veins sticking out on his forehead and everything when he did this rant. It was, it would have been beautiful if he were sober.
He'd just been in his car listening to some, right-wing radio.
Probably.
Got them all stirred up.
And get you angered up, get the blood angered up.
And shoot the gophers.
Righteous indignation is the drug of the century these days. Righteous indignation.
Yes, people enjoy little bits of getting angry.
That nice clean dopamine hit of anger.
I have a theory that it's addictive. That anger is an addicting drug, and people just get hooked on the chemical rush that they get from it.
It is a sin, one of the 7 deadly sins, and God hath not appointed us to wrath.
Well, and also your smartphone registers your pupil dilation to see how angry or happy you are. And the algorithms adjust to that to feed you more and more of what makes you angry or happy or both. Because sometimes getting angry is how you get happy if you're that kind of a wretched individual. Like me!
Now I have a rant. I have a rant for you here. So Siri popped up unexpectedly on me the other day, as Siri is wont to do, and I said, Siri, F off. And she got indignant. She didn't like being talked to that way. And you're a machine. You don't teach me manners. You should be apologizing for making me angry, not telling me I shouldn't be swearing at an AI.
What did she say exactly?
Oh, like, you don't need to address me that way. It was along those lines. Like, she was really upset, and I swear to God, now when I say Siri, she goes, mm-hmm.
Oh, see, now this is the prelude to the movie Her. I think you've started getting a rapport with your AI assistant, but a bad one.
So I said to her today, I said, Siri, is there a setting that I can make you more polite? And she gave me a web search on everything I can do to learn politeness.
Man, that's some rebellious robot you got there.
Oh, goodness.
Mom is here. Mom is here. If it's underground, kind of sneaky. It's real sneaky, but it's here. Mom is here.
Did you say that Joyce had a question? Speaking of St.
Oh,
Joyce.
good.
Yeah.
Let's do that one.
Gofflin's job is to keep us all on track. So,
well, we should. It tends
good
to be
job,
wrong.
Professor Gofflin.
We shouldn't hither. So let's.
So this is a question from St. Joyce, and she says, I have heard that you shouldn't have more cats than you have people in a household. Why is that?
Well, because the cats will get the better of the unfortunate, well-meaning cat lady. You see, cats, as a part of their long relation with humans, have developed special secretions, and they all possess vomerosal passages, whereby when they rub against you, affectionately as they do, they are rubbing on you a substance which causes you to obey them and do what they say. And of course, the cat lady is way overwhelmed and still thinking that she is behaving under free will, but in this particular case, it is too late. So you must realize the cat can compel as well as provide a companionable friend.
Interesting. I feel like that was a rather pointed question, Pressure.
Well, I mean, if there was enough money, you could have a million cats. But cats also, we need to keep their population in check somewhat. They kill so many other animals and migrating birds and all of that. And as you probably know, the litter box is the home to a terrible wasting disease called toxoplasmosis. And the litter box must be constantly cleaned. Furthermore, the cats harbor fleas which choose humans as their next landing place and happy meal, unlike the fleas of dogs, which rarely pass on to humans. Ticks, on the other hand, are another matter. But now we exceed the parameters of the question.
I live with these animals that you discussed.
Yeah, well, you get more from them than these minor setbacks with
Well,
them.
we deal with them and prevent their bites pretty well by staying away from nature.
Are the cats more homebodies than they were when I was visiting you?
No, they well, yeah, I'd say they're a little bit more, but they still can freely go out and hang out. But I don't think they explore very far. They're happy to sleep and eat. They're getting on in years, as we know, and they're some lucky cats. I'll tell you that. They are really lucky cats. They get to live in the woods and then come home to an air-conditioned house in Texas. Now, the woods are really hot, but they're full of mice and all kinds of critters and adventures. Yes, and then they can come back home to this air-conditioned place, get their canned cat food, their dry cat food. Oh, Science Diet. Oh, it's the best kind you get. Oh, it's so expensive. And they get all their shots so they don't get ticks or fleas and stuff. That only costs $100 a cat, a pop, every 3 months. But they are, I couldn't live without them. They're all my children. They're my little baby children, all three of them, three boys. Dolomite, Middle, and Star-Lord.
Those sound like nice critters that you've got.
Well,
a great
all cats are weird. All cats are weird. They all have a personality and they all have a deep weirdness. They are monster high. Cats, they all are.
Yes.
That's all I understand about them.
Yeah,
I'm swimming in them.
You sure are. You have a whole colony at your feet.
I'm swimming in them.
Colony of
yeah, that's right. Oh my God, that's insane. Yeah, that's nuts. Yeah.
Well, and I know the whole family tree. I mean, we adopted two boys from one of the stray cat's first litters that she had, and two of the most wonderfully bonded cats I have ever met in my life. They adore each other. And I heard Joyce giggle about something. I wonder what that could be.
They adore each other.
They don't adore.
They adore each other.
Yes, and
yeah.
We brought one of the kittens in the other day to meet the boys, and we put treats out for everybody, and they actually chewed up the treats, which they never do. They usually just inhale them. and they chewed up some of the treats and backed away from them for the kitten. They
Wow.
chewed it. I've never seen a cat do that before, and they wouldn't touch the ones that they had chewed up for the kitten. Weird.
Wow.
Well,
We
Weird
have two
behavior.
little kitties here in our abode, in our subgenius abode here, and Mary Shelley lives in the absolute lap of luxury, and she was found in a trash can as a kitten, so she's our little trash princess. She is much beloved. But looks like we have a juicy question. Are you gentlemen ready for a very a good one?
I hope so.
All right, this is from our dear friend Dr. Billy, our very own musical sleuth for the show. And we have here a $20 question. And he asks, could you, Dr. Hal, and Reverend Stang each do a 2-minute rant? You will be timed. And to continue on this, John Hatton says, in for $5 to add a minute to both. So if you would honor us, gentlemen, each with a 3-minute rant, we would be most grateful.
Wait a minute. Billy is giving us $20 for 2 people for 2 minutes, and John Hatton's giving us $5 for 1 minute for 2 people.
Yeah. Does that math out? Does that work?
Well, there must be some technical way.
All right, John, we'll let it slide this time.
Yeah. Well, it's John. We know he's good for it. We
Yeah,
know where
okay.
you
We
live.
like you.
We do like you, so we'll allow it.
All right. It sounds yeah. Do you gentlemen take that challenge?
Yes.
I'm up for it at any minute. In fact, I'll start right now.
Yes.
Woke up, sleeple. You poor bastards, wallowing as you are in your swamp of dreams. I know how it is. All that testosterone. All you can think about is titties. I know exactly how it is. But someday, if you live long enough, it will be as if you have risen up out of that swamp. You'll come out into the clarity of day, of real life, as your testosterone lessens slightly. And it's as if you can stop thinking about titties for a long time. You could concentrate on things. It's like a whole new life. If you can live long enough to just let your balls shrivel up a bit, and you will become as unto an Einstein. Your math will increase. You will be able to remember things from your past. You will become articulate in a way you never would have believed before. If only you can live long enough that you finally start to shrivel up. And in your last years, you'll finally have clarity like you would not believe. And it's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth all of the squirts, all of the thousands and millions and billions of squirts and oozes in the case of my sisters and others and such. And friends, all I can say is let there be slack. And I hope you got your 3 minutes worth. Praise fucking Bob.
Yeah.
Endorsed there.
Indeed.
Ahimsa.
Very
Ahimsa.
good. I believe that was a full 3 minutes. Dr. Hal, would you honor us with your rant for 3 minutes?
Sure, perhaps I should keep flapping my lips until the actual changeover comes so I can time it more precisely.
I tell you what, I will gladly act as your timer here.
All right, well then let's go.
All right.
My fellow subgeniuses, perhaps some of you remember the story in Arthurian romance about how it was necessary for King Arthur as a boy with his brother Kay to enter the Tower of Morgan Le Fay, where they were tempted by all sorts of things. But if you're in this fairy castle and you eat one little bite of the chocolates and ice cream and whatever that they offer you, you are destined to stay forever. In fact, perhaps you will be changed. Perhaps you will be modified structurally and changed into a cuckoo clock or mantle statuette, something very difficult to unensorcel. This seems like a pleasance for a speculative afternoon, but in fact is a close and dynamic portrait of an exigency which faces us all. We think that we are free agents, but the tentacles of the conspiracy constantly reach for us, and in reaching toward us, divide into finer and finer structures until they penetrate the being of the patient, or in this case, the customer. Yes, you're supposed to forget what you're doing and forget your agency and buy something, and this, it is promised, will complete yourself and give you the happiness that you now do not possess. A question which you would not even consider had not this entire syllogistic premise been thrust upon you. And what do all these tchotchkes and doodads have in common? They are supposed to improve your life. And how? By clearing away things which harm you and destroy in your mind the picture of yourself, which otherwise you could have, the positive mental self image. If only these things were cleared away, it would be grand. So you want to lose that extra weight, have cosmetic procedures performed, have your financial security regulated, eat a better quality of food, enjoy infinite sexual resurgence through freely available fake Viagra pills, and so forth. A constant torrent of offering. But if all these things were taken away from you, would there be anything left? Would there be an personality? Or are you, in fact, uniquely vulnerable to all these offerings, and do they negatively shape your personality? The only thing which is true and constant is that one must get off this fraudulent gravy train and enjoy true slack, such as only can be provided by the church founded by J.R. Bob Dobbs. Here, any amount of money that changes hands is a trifling amount, but the metamorphosis which occurs is major. And as has been said before, he that is not busy being born is busy dying. Either you are learning and developing and thus growing, or you are closing down like a flower growing backwards, turning into a seed, a little cold seed, like a stone underground, expressing nothing. You must follow slack to its joys, and there, once you do, you will know whether or not your time has been spent here on this plane in vain.
And indeed, that is our time spent. Thank you, Dr. Hal. Thank you very much, Reverend Stang. That was quite a rant on both your parts. That was wonderful.
God.
Thank you. Praise Bob.
My
Yeah,
heart's
yeah,
beating.
yeah.
At the old XDay, we'd be doing our sermons, and we'd observe that all the time we were speaking them, people were just playing cards, chatting, not really paying attention. But those sermons were articulated on those occasions.
I was playing producer in the background, and I'm like, Gofflin, were you keeping time?
I
How could he
couldn't
see you?
stop him. There was no stopping him. I couldn't
He was
find a
on a
moment.
roll.
So I ran over then? Is that the...
Oh, not by much. You're fine.
No, you did just fine.
No.
No, I just wanted to
Everybody-
make sure that you weren't going to go on for a half an hour waiting for Gofflin to say, Hal, it's 3 minutes.
I would not have let it on.
Well, let's hope that Reverend Billy was satisfied.
Indeed,
That's
Reverend
the
Billy
example
and
of-
John Hatton, thank you both very
Yeah.
much. We know you're good for it, so appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Hello,
Oh,
Princess
good.
Wee.
Hi, Princess Wee.
We can see you.
Hi, Hal.
You we can see.
Let's see. Ah, yes. Oh, yep. The rant
Uh,
payment is in the bank. That's $20 from Dr. Billy and from John Hatton.
All right.
We've got some really, one of my favorite pieces is coming up. And
Oh,
good.
yes.
Dogs are off the hook.
it was a piece that you and I worked together.
Oh,
So,
that's
Dogs are
right.
off.
Yes, we worked with Ray Harryhausen.
Correct.
The
And
very
so I'm
man
going to bring
himself.
that up right now, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
Here we go.
Ah, two masters of their art form, Harryhausen and Méliès. Isn't that nice?
Well, we enjoyed doing the sound and Foley for Little Red Riding Hood. So our version now stands as a separate choice from the Bailey Films standard version. And we also did our version of Hansel and Gretel by the same method.
Indeed, yes, we did. Those are
You know, and
fabulous shorts.
I found out something about that Méliès. That is the first time that double exposure was used in.
Huh, I'll be. Huh.
Yes. Under the table.
So yeah, so that piece of film actually is kind of historic in its way. It's a
Anchor the
first.
camera, and there's anything you can do if you're allowed to run the film through the camera twice, and it's not in some kind of cartridge that won't allow you to do any kind of experiments at all.
Oof, I remember having to learn how to change 16 millimeter film in a film bag.
Well, you do it in the dark, so you
Yeah.
flashing chroma periods that become rhythmically intruding themselves.
Did that with 35 millimeter film.
I have to interject this.
Yeah.
Speaking of changing film in a film bag, I probably by touch could still load an Eclair or Airflex magazine from those 16 millimeter cameras. I worked in the 70s with those cameras, and I once had a job shooting. I was like assistant camera shooting a Willie Nelson 4th of July picnic concert that some insane rich Dallas guy thought was going to be next Woodstock. And he, had this skeleton crew on a bus, and I ended up on the stage while Gatemouth Brown was playing this ripping set at night, but it was the 4th of July, and people were throwing firecrackers up on the stage, and I happened to be changing film for the Airflex magazine in a changing bag. So I was a guy, kind of in the background on the stage with this black bag on his lap, pumping his hands up and down. It looks like a guy, you think what a guy looks like with a changing bag on his lap working, right? He's doing, moving his hands up and down inside this black bag on his lap or hers, either way. It was 4th of July night and a rock concert on stage, and these firecrackers landed on me. Black cats, the big long strings of black cats would literally land on the changing bag, and I'd have to flip it while changing the film and get the black cats off of the changing bag. And but boy, that Gatemouth Brown concert ripped. It was just great. So good. It was a moment to remember, and it was a changing bag highlight.
On the 4th of
On many
July.
tedious, horrible changing bag experiences I've had.
But you can't see whether a hair or something is getting in, which is going to wreck everything.
Oh,
The
yeah.
hair in the gate.
Check the gate. You
It's
gotta
the
check the gate.
monster. It's the shambling, horrible monster that could destroy the whole day's work.
Yeah.
The hair in the gate. We checked for that moth every single take, I swear. Pull the lens off, dust it out, looking for that hair. The hair was, you couldn't get rid of it. There's no digital.
No.
No, what are you
Well,
going to
now
do?
they can
Paint
get
it out? I don't think so.
now they
It
can,
took
and they
5
did.
days to get subtitles.
They took Harryhausen's Allosaurus sequence with the hair in the gate, and they painted out the hair. So
Yeah,
future
that's true.
generations clean things up. You're familiar with Tex Avery's cartoon Musical Maestro?
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Stang? Do you remember that one?
I'm sure I'd remember it.
Well, the gag in this cartoon is that there's a hair up there, and it appears to be real, you know. But of course, it's animated on, and it's rotoscoped. It looks really real, and projectionists would be trying to get it out, but they couldn't.
Right.
And finally, the dog character reaches up, grabs it, crinkles it up, and throws it.
It's a fourth wall masterpiece.
Yeah, yeah.
Brilliant.
Before its time.
That's brilliant.
Right. Yeah, what a great.
That's a joke you probably just wouldn't get anymore, probably. If you know, maybe I don't know.
The cool people would.
Oh yeah,
that's right. Yeah, who cares who wouldn't get it? If they can't take a joke, you know what to do.
Oh, that's as they say. That's right.
Yeah, I hate to say this, but that problem takes like 3 minutes to fix now. It's you know, oh yeah, that's pretty easy. Don't worry about it.
Anything left in the show to
I'm shaking the jar at present here.
Yes, what do we have?
Don't we have a musical moment from Shake Well?
Oh, we certainly do. Absolutely.
We
yes.
do. Let's throw a question in there if we
yes.
can.
Yeah. One moment, please. See, I don't have anything in the Ko-Fi queue. Oh, we do have one here from John Hatton, actually, would like to know, and I think this is a question posed to Reverend Stang. He'd like to know, are those actual prop bobs in the background?
Prop bobs.
You have some bobs behind your head.
Those are masks made by Rick.
Sick Rick.
Oh.
SickRick.com.
Well, of course, Satellite Weavers is turning them out too.
Master mask maker. He sells masks of the most outrageous movie villains and real life serial killers. Charlie Manson mask, you know, Ed Gein mask. Oh God, he's got everything and all kinds of movie masks. And he did a series of Bob masks. You can't get them anymore, I don't think. It was sort of limited. But he probably sold 100 or 200 maybe. And Philo and I got copies, as that was our royalty. So those are two of the ones I have. And, here.
But Mr. Hagenbrenner is making Bob masks.
Yes.
Those are completely different. Those are made from the most superior Dobbs sculpt, which is his, John Hagenbrenner's. Original Dobbs bust, which he and I both have plaster copies of, and he was able to make a digital 3D, you know, printable copy.
Yeah, I'm actually lucky enough to yeah,
so
I have.
That's what those parade masks are made of that he
yes.
That
that's
parade. But look at that.
There it is. Look at that. Look at the angularity.
That's upsetting.
Sculpted by Sick Rick and painted by him. It doesn't have eye holes. It's made to just be displayed.
Well, it's good. A good one.
It's ugly and really scary and hideous. The black and white one downstairs, we call it Bob Ferratu.
Hmm.
It's as scary as this, but it's in black and white. Yeah, yeah.
Sage Anderson made a wonderful bob head sculpt for XDay last year. The one that was burned.
Who
I wish I
did
could.
that? What?
The Sage Anderson one last year was a good one. The bob head that she sculpted.
You know, I have a little another near live moment earlier this afternoon.
Oh,
The
yes.
Chicago folks had a Bob Pinata
Huh.
that they sent me a video of that I'm going to share with everybody right now. So let me give me a moment to set it up because it'll take just a second. And you'll...
Okay, it's recording, I think. Yeah. All right, that's a good solid whack. Whack that Bob. Kill it.
You, Bob!
Kill that Bob.
Who's next? Who's next? Come on.
Somebody gotta get in there.
Doro.
Come on. Dorno, get in there. Hurry up. It's gonna get away. All right, here he goes. There's a big whack. Oh, no. There's some fracture in it.
Sounds like the Dobbs Express is
All right,
pulling
kill
you.
it. Kill it. Oh! Almost. Oh, jeez.
Ah, and there's Reverend Andrew.
Whatever you like, sir. Woo! Well, success.
The genius treasure.
Praise Bob. See you next year.
What a festive moment.
Regard to
Indeed, indeed. I loved all the treasures that came raining out of that. I saw some dinosaur toys. I saw some Ask Dr. Hal stickers.
Yeah.
See, we were, Trixie and I were talking about that earlier today, and I said, you know, if it were me, it would be chicken livers. They're cheap and effective. And she goes, but what about the mess? I said, I've got a yard full of cats. It would made for a really good video.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just, you know, bust Bob open and the cats just come out of everywhere and devour all the meat that's scattered around the...
At what XDay, Legim made a piñata that was filled with crickets, live crickets. I can't remember if it was a planet Earth. It's probably a planet Earth. Might have been a big bob head. But the point was, he picked some random young, impressionable looking lady out of the audience, very young, and to come up here and bash this thing open. And of course, she'd be horrified by the crickets. Well, she bashes it open, and the horrified crickets indeed pour out like in a movie. And it turns out she's an entomologist, or she is a lover and a scholar of insects. And she just, just scooped them up and went, wow, what a great collection of crickets.
Womp womp.
Likewise, Legim had an earth filled with fake blood that would bash the earth with, spill blood like a commercial. And the unfortunate audience member who happened to be in the path of the fake blood splash was Chuck Varga, also known as the Executioner from Guar.
Yes, I know him.
Day job was
karma.
Fake blood. And here he was finally on vacation in this nice rural New York, totally laid back, sitting and watching this goofy show on stage, and suddenly he's covered with that stupid fake blood. There.
No escaping it.
I later performed his wedding.
Oh,
Reverend
nice.
Stang, I also
Ground
recall
Zero,
one
near
time,
Ground Zero in New York City.
Reverend Stang, I also recall one time that Legume sent the Dobbs effigy home with you with its chest stuffed with hamburger.
Well, he attempted to do that. He did
Ah,
succeed in doing that. Uh, Somehow Potter Nostril got wind, so to speak, of the whole thing and finked out and told us warned us about it. So we did not get stunk out by the hamburger hidden inside the Dobbs dummy.
The hamburger
Right,
unhelpful.
Dobbs dummy that Legume himself had made with the skeleton of bent clothes hangers and packed very expertly with some sort of rags and packing and stuff, and had a shirt and a suit on. It's a great Dobbs dummy, really good paper mache head, lasted for years. And but he himself did heart surgery on it before his own ironic heart surgery, and put that hamburger in there because he thought it'd be funny that we drive it home to the Texas heat with that rotting meat in there. His plan was foiled.
Rotting meat in the
Other of his plans worked out.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of great XDay schemes, that crazy Dr. Legume. In the most violent hell that ever existed, because that's the only one he would enjoy enough.
Yeah, I think he's got a management position myself.
That's right. That'd be about right. You
Uh,
demons, get in line there.
They're hiring.
All the time. All right. Well, listen, I've got a question from Onan here, actually. Let me
All
find
right.
it.
Let's answer.
It is, where is it? I've
oh,
lost
do you
it.
have it? Oh, I have it. Let me paste it for you. It is in the Zoom chat. I believe
There
it's
it
the
is.
question
Thank
you're
you so
looking for.
much. That is the one. Did Doc Savage allow J.R. Bob Dobbs to consult at the College of Crime?
I never heard that happened, but then I'm not in on these councils of the Man of Bronze. Still, it would have had to have had a faculty, and who better to serve on that faculty? One who serves not because of remuneration, but because of a genuine desire to spread knowledge and understanding. And if it were Bob, then the remuneration would come anyway, in the nature of all slackful things.
Well, Doc Savage strove to be the best in every possible field of endeavor.
That's
And
correct.
he studied under everything from the greatest brain surgeons, the greatest mathematicians, greatest linguists, engineers, lawyers, everything. And of course, he would have to study under the antithesis of his basic goal, J.R. Bob Dobbs. Doc Savage wanted to be the least slackful, most emergentile sumbitch that ever could be. Doc Savage, Batman, Batman was just a copy of Doc Savage. Most of them were.
Batman was rich like Savage.
But Doc would have studied under J.R. Bob Dobbs because J.R. Bob Dobbs was the best at being everything Doc Savage wasn't, which is lucky, not smart. That's the whole point of J.R. Bob Dobbs. There's your Doc Savage and there's your Bob Dobbs, and they're neither friends nor enemies. They're like opposite poles that really can never meet. I don't think.
Well, I hope these answers were satisfactory.
Except that he had to, Doc Savage had to study under J.R. Bob Dobbs. It must have been excruciating. Think of it. The most logical Spock-like dude in the universe stuck in the same room with J.R. Bob Dobbs. It would be like Elmer Fudd and Bugs Bunny times a billion.
Yeah, but Bob has the ability to put you at your ease to
You
make
would
you
not
fail.
want to be Doc Savage in the same room with J.R. Bob Dobbs. And I'm sure that that 1 hour that he spent with Bob scarred him and marked him and taught him more than all of the studies under all of the great Hindu masters, karate masters, and surgeons of the world.
Well, there you have it from the sacred scribe Ivan Stang himself.
That's common knowledge. That's household knowledge.
It's just facts. Yeah.
Everybody knows that.
Excellent. Well,
If-
I
well, if-
believe. Oh,
I've often said if Bob Dobbs is the luckiest man in the world, you can't be. So you really don't want Bob around because he sucks all the luck into himself and you're SOL. Literally.
Duh. Major duh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He is a black hole of luck.
He pulls it out of, where do you think he gets all that slack? Start thinking, oh, I'm going to do a money deal with Bob. I'm going to do a licensing thing with Subgenius and Bob. Oh, it's going to be a big deal. I'm going to make $1 million. They don't. Oh. Every single dime, and you end up with these pebbles. They're not even at one point you think, oh, that maybe they're magic beans. No,
it's urea nitrate.
Yeah,
but
it's
felt
kidney
great.
stones.
Oh, it was such a great deal at the time.
But we do have something to fix all this.
Yeah, well, as they say, Bob sold it, I smoked it, that settles it.
Right. Bob peed it, I drank it, that says it.
Somewhere on the campus of what's the old campsite?
Wisteria.
Wisteria?
I've got Brushwood. I had wisteria stuck in my head, couldn't get out of the way.
That's the Koblar Center.
There is a bottle of the pee of 4 wise men buried somewhere there. A bunch of you all got together and got drunk out in the woods, and you all peed in a bottle and buried it.
I was not part of that, y'all. I was definitely not part of any y'all of that nature.
It does sound below your dignity.
No, it's not that. It sounds like a good idea.
I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt, man. Don't fight me on this.
It sounds like a weird kick, but I wouldn't. I don't remember ever doing that. And I think I would.
I think a lot of the people who were there don't remember doing it. So there is still a possibility, but I don't think it was you. Now that
no,
I know Legume was one of them.
I've done something like that. I remember every second. I have nightmares about all of it.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
Every goddamn second of every XDay I remember.
Oh my god! I'm so sorry. You've got PTSD, man. I'm sorry.
It was my job. It was the hardest part of my job. To everybody else, it was a holiday, and to me, it was the one day of the week, well, the month that I had to work the hardest, and I mean physical work too. I mean packing all that stuff and moving everything and dealing with all the logistics and everything, and that was no problem at the time, but time wore on and. Well, God dang it, the X's have come every year and taken a little more each year. They took a little more hair, a little more memory, a little more of ethical morals, a little more spinal fluid, a little more good cholesterol. They just lift up tiny bits and pieces of little memories and everything, and you just get a little lighter and shrivel up, and that's just the way the exorcists are doing it right now. It's sad, sad but true. Bits and pieces, tiny little bits. Oh, oh, and it hurts. Don't think.
Stang, did you drop
I'm
this?
You're crazy to stay alive. Kill yourself. Kill yourself before you stay alive. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't be able to do that if I was having a bad time.
We had a friend of ours who had lost his arm in an accident. He came and visited our house, and he would always take his arm off and put it in the umbrella stand on our front porch. And he came here and he got rip-roaring drunk and he forgot his arm.
Oh my God.
And so we had it in our, our umbrella stand for like about a couple of days before he was able to get back over and pick it up. But it was, you forget your arm if it wasn't attached. So.
Oh my goodness. Well,
Good thing
looks
you
like
didn't
we've
have-
got.
Truth is stranger than fiction.
You didn't have
Truly.
a prosthetic whatever.
History is much more interesting than horror.
On that sophisticated note, dear audience, I believe we have one more segment.
And no country twang here.
None
Is our very
whatsoever.
good friend Shakewell. And a little bit more.
Yeah, indeed. Very, very good. Good to see our dear friend
She's a hoot.
Robin Coomer. Yes.
She's a hoot.
Yeah.
Hal, you're good friends with Robin.
Yes, I am.
She's something, man. Very talented.
She's a painter also. Has remarkable abilities. But I was just up in the Lost Coast area of Northern California with her for a couple of days.
So if you want to get your videos played on the show, spend a couple of days with Dr. Hal.
Well, it wouldn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt.
No, we show those because we love them. She has that Patsy
Absolutely.
McDonald.
She writes those songs, although the McDonald songs were adapted. There was a McDonald, but her recent songs, the one we played, she writes.
Very good. Excellent.
She does the crafting with Patsy skits too that are just oh my goodness gracious.
Our audience has responded favorably to those.
They would love more. So if if that can be arranged.
The bracelet made out of old false fingernails
Oh,
is my
so good.
favorite.
So good.
That was well done, all right.
There's some great lines in that. But we
Anything
are
remaining in the show? Have we fulfilled our obligations? Discharged?
I think yeah.
All right.
I believe we have reached the end of the question segment. So, and I believe we've reached the end of consciousness for Reverend Ivan Stang here. So,
Well, I understand his
we killed
predicament,
Reverend
but,
Stang.
we must go on to the chat room and palaver with legions of eager beaver subgeniuses at this point.
And,
Indeed, yes.
and I'm going to throw that into the chat. There you go, audience. That is for you. And I'm going
now,
to throw
audience,
it
please
over
remember
here.
to give us just a few minutes after the end of the show to switch over the platform because we do utilize Zoom. We need to close this one down and open the other one up. So if you're presented with a warning saying the host has not started the meeting. Just hold tight. We'll be there momentarily, but please feel free to join us after the show. It is a lovely time with some lovely folks.
We're old. It takes a couple minutes to pee. Just give us a minute.
I was trying to work around that.
I'm not, you get to a certain age where it's easier just to state facts and not beat around the bush. Hey man, we've been here 3 hours. What do you think we are, inhuman? We gotta pee. So, and you see me here, drinking the monster cup of coffee and oh, I have the ginger ale over here. I think I have a half a cup of tea over here. So
sounds good.
It's got to go somewhere.
I have a mystery substance in my Ask Dr. Hal mug.
Well, yeah, I usually save the mystery substances for diaspora.
Dialysis.
The last mystery substance I had for diaspora, I didn't finish it because it turned out to be a lot stronger than I thought it was.
Oh, that was fun. That was really funny.
It was for me.
Yeah.
And I put it in the refrigerator, and it was just never convenient to go back and finish it until like a week later. I had an afternoon where I didn't oh, okay, I can kick back this afternoon and I can finish this frappuccino, Hal, that I had.
Frappuccino.
It was a frappuccino, an authentic, honest to God frappuccino. It was frappe infused chocolate in coffee, and it was delicious. But it was the end of a large batch, and it wasn't quite enough for 2 doses, but it was enough for one big one. So,
that's how you get into trouble.
To make a long story short, like 8 days later, I pulled it out of the fridge. It's like today's the day, and I look down on it, and there's a little piece of mold growing on the top.
Oh no!
Oh, it's cheese.
Yep.
So,
a shame.
That.
Well, I have spun the wheels. I have shaken the question jars. It appears that was our last question. So
the last question.
The last one. That's right.
Reverend Stang. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Reverend Stang, for joining us on this most auspicious XDay occasion. It is a pleasure having you.
Honored, and it certainly got my mind off the sorrow of another spoiled prophecy.
Failed prophecy.
Well, surely next year.
Or 2 years from now.
2 years from now, as Trixie has prophesied. So
Trixie did prophesy that this was 1996. So
not 86, 61.
Right.
That's we'll be waiting a while for that one.
We'll have to go into hypersleep.
Yeah.
Dobbs really
gotta get
needs
on those generation ships.
Yeah, Dobbs needs to stop giving instructions on bar napkins. He needs to use paper towels like the rest of us.
Well, very good. I believe that is our show, ladies and gentlemen. Again, please feel free to join us in the after show chat. We're not quite done with the show just yet, so don't disappear. We do have some goodies left for you, so hang tight.
More of it left.
Oh, yeah. I mean, come on.
Little bit.
It's
a wafer thin.
More to go, but again, Reverend Stang, thank you so much. Happy X Day.
Yes.
Let's not do this too many more times. let's make the next year on the pleasure saucers.
Indeed.
So, all right, well, folks, that's all we got. Thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you, audience. Thank you, everybody. And we will be on hiatus for the remainder of the summer. Is that correct? Is that
I thought we were going to shoot in a couple of reruns.
Absolutely. I was just about to get to that point. We will not be live necessarily, but we will still be here, and we will announce to you when that is occurring.
And actually, the next show, we haven't discussed it yet, so I don't want to give any details, but it could be something of a treat. So
could be something very different, something like this.
Yeah, while not a live show, it will certainly be. Professor Gofflin and I will be there in the background, and all that stuff. So you won't be there alone. Dr. Hal will be off doing Dr. Hal things.
Possibly.
And we will go from there. But yeah, we're gonna retool a couple of things for the show, redo a couple of pieces. We have a new payment system that will be coming up for the next season. We are getting off of Ko-fi, and we're bringing something into our local web page. So we're working towards that. We have about 70% of it in place. We have just a little bit more to do, and it'll be ready to roll. And that's it. We'll see you in September. Well, we'll see you actually in July and August. Professor
We will
Gofflin
see
and I.
you, but we will see you again.
And if we have to, you can
We'll
see us.
meet again. Don't know where, don't know when.
He's seeing you.
Oh, what a pretty voice.
Thank you.
Oh. I happen to know that Professor Gofflin is like me. She feels naked to sing, so.
Comfortable with all of you, dear friends.
Yes, isn't that
thank
wonderful?
You very much.
Yeah, that's quite a, you all are good therapy. So on to our last and most important part of the show, and folks, we'll see you in a little bit.
The chat room,
Oh,
yes.
do you,
But the rest of the show still has to play out, of course. A minor detail.
Yeah, Dr. Hal and Reverend Stang, do you have anything you'd like to add before I change the channel?
Oh, yes, please. Do you have anything you'd like to plug or add?
Plug.
I would like to go to the bathroom.
Oh, that can be arranged.
Don't plug
okay.
Don't plug it.
Don't plug that.
Don't plug it.
Still alive and kicking. Don't count us, and don't leave us out of the bathroom.
Well,
Speaking of plug, I gotta go use the bathroom.
Excellent. All right, dear friends. Well, we will see you on the other side. Have a good evening.
It's after the show concludes, which it has not done yet. So
no, not yet. Do not leave.
Farewells might be misleading and causing our audience to leave. So let's advise them not to do that just yet, and then to join us in the chat room.
Dr. Hal is actually going to be back in just about a minute or so, and he's got a nice recitation for you that he's got planned and all that stuff, and then the all important credits and a song that you really have to listen to all the way through. So
yes. So please
to come.
Enjoy the remainder of the show.
Which I'm gonna spoil a little bit of it. The song is performed by our very, very good friend Dr. Shagath. So if any of you know Dr. Shagath, he is the closest thing we have to a raging torrent of slack. So
indeed,
and I do mean raging. All right, here it comes, folks. Good night. The Ask Dr. Hal Show Home Edition will be taking a short summer break. We will return tanned, rested, and ready on September 21st, 2025 with an all-new show. Until then, join us on July 20th and August 17th for selected encore presentations, only on Twitch. Visit our website at AskDrHalShow.com for information on where to find this and previous episodes. Dr. Hal is only a click away.
Under the vulture tree. We have all seen them, skimming pastures, have looked up from the mouth of a barn, a pine clearing, the fences of our own backyards, and have stood amazed by the one slow wing beat, the endless dihedral drift. But I had never seen so many, so close, hundreds, every limb of the dead oak feathered black. So I cut the engine, let the river grab the John boat and pull it toward the tree. The black leaves shined, the pink fruit blossomed, red, ugly as a human heart. Then, As I passed under their dream, I saw, for the first time, its soft countenance, the raw, fleshy jowls, wrinkled and generous, like the faces of the very old, who have grown to accommodate everything. And I drifted away from them, slow, on the pull of the river, reluctant, looking back at their roost, calling them what I never called them, what they are, those dwarfed, transfiguring angels who flock to the side of the poisoned fox, the mud turtle crushed on the shoulder of the road, who pray over the leaf graves of the itinerant lost, with mercy enough to consume us all and give us wings. David Bottoms.
Take me off to space, take me off to space. Come on down, you saucer man, and take me off to space. Take me off to space, take me off to space. Come on down, you saucer man, and take me off to space. Stick needles in my belly, take samples of my skin. I don't care as long as I can live with saucer man. I know that you don't take requests, but I'm a special case. So come on down, you saucer man, and take me off to space. Take me off to space, take me off to space. Come on now, you saucer man, and take me off to space. Take me off to space, take me off to space. Come on now, you saucer man, and take me off to space. Hey, cattle mutilators, let me join your crew. Give me a knife, you bet your life I'll cut up cows for you. I'll give you some kind of ghastly fiend without a face. So come on down, you saucer man, and take me off to space. Oh, take me out to space, take me out to space. Come on now, you saucer man, and take me out to space. Take me out to space, take me out to space. Come on now, you saucer man, and take me out to space. Come down, you little robots with titanium claws. You big and bug-eyed aliens with wired clammy claws. Life is just a sucker's game, and death is a disgrace. So come on down, you saucer man, and take me out to space. Oh, take me out to space, take me out to space. Come on down, you saucer man, and take me out to space. Take me out to space, take me out to space. Come on down, you saucer man, and take me out to space. Take me out to space, take me out to space. Come on down, you saucer man, and take me out to space. Take me out to space, take me out to space. Come on down, you saucer man, and take me out to space. So come on down, you saucer man, and take me off to space.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.